I don't believe there is hardly any software developer who is not dealing with open source in some way or the other. We all are well versed with the good parts of open source, and they are usually shouted day in and out on us, but no one talks about the dark sides of it. So this stream is all about that. Does leave us with newer problems that we are facing today in open source community, and as a part of the community, how we can deal with these problems and how you and me and all of us can help resolve these problems. So I appreciate you guys taking out time and part of being part of this live stream. Again, last time I'm saying this, you will have resolution constraints on Instagram. So if you guys are on any other platform apart from Instagram, I'm sorry, YouTube, please join in on YouTube, and you can find the link to this live stream on YouTube on my Instagram bio. So just go to my bio on Instagram, click on the link, and you would be able to join in on YouTube. So let me start with a story, and this story is about FakerJS. Uh, Give me a shout out, give me a fire if you any of you guys have used this particular library, faker.js. I'm sure most of you guys have used it, and if any of you hasn't, I'll just tell you what it does. It's pretty simple. This particular library lets you generate massive amounts of fake data. So if you are building a big application, you can just take this library and generate fake data. And fake data for testing can be your products. So if you're building an online store, it can be addresses, names of people, and this can also be localized. So if you specifically want US names, American names, this library would generate for you. I'm a big fan of this library, and this library is open source and used to come and comes under the MIT license. And many of the big frameworks like Laravel, they also use this library by default to generate fake data. Now, the thing is that what about FakerJS? Now, if you guys aren't aware, this library was removed from NPM as well as from GitHub on 5th January. And just to respect the privacy of the person who was maintaining this library, I won't take any names, and I also don't want to get censored on YouTube. So just to refrain from that, I'm not taking any names, but this person removed FakerJS from NPM as well as from GitHub. Now, if you have a look at these statistics, this library isn't small. It has more than 200,000 downloads every week on NPM, and all of a sudden, you can imagine the amount of applications that would have gone down because of this particular library. Though this is not used in production, but is used mostly for development purposes, but there are other libraries who are depending on this particular library, and that's how NPM works. We all are aware of it, and this went down because the maintainer just erased all code from GitHub, and he just erased he uploaded an empty NPM package as well. The question is why. So before we answer that question, let's see what he posted on GitHub. When this library was removed from GitHub, he only posted this message: what really happened to Aaron Swatz? Now, many people might not be aware of this guy, Aaron Swatz, but this story is what I'm going to tell you in this particular stream. So Aaron Swartz was an American computer programmer, an entrepreneur, and an internet hacktivist. He was involved in the development of web feeds known as RSS feeds. We all are aware of RSS feeds. People who have used WordPress, they can relate to this particular terminology. He helped develop the Markdown format we all developers use on GitHub to organize our README files, and he helped in developing the Creative Commons license. More on that in further in the stream. And he developed the website frameworks on Python like web.py as well. So his contributions to open source cannot be ignored. This guy has been contributing to open source from a young age of 14 years. So I'm just going to share more about Aaron Swatz and his achievements. He made a website called Infobase, which was pretty similar to Wikipedia when he was 12 years old, guys. This was 5 years before Wikipedia came into existence. And his teachers, they ridiculed him and said that why would someone use a website which other people can change as well? So it's a bad idea. But now we are very used to that same concept on Wikipedia. So you can very well imagine this guy uh, uh, creating Infobase before even Wikipedia came into existence. Aaron also helped in he was a part of the core team which built RSS feeds, and one of the active members who contributed to the source code as well. Now, I'm going to talk about another gentleman here. His name is Lawrence Lessig. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. He's the professor of law at Harvard Law School, and he was proposing a new copyright system for the modern internet era. And he understood that the old copyright system wasn't in sync with the current standards. That's why he wanted to propose a new copyright and system, and Aaron joined him in this cause. Aaron played a major role here, where his part was related to computer programming, as you know how you can make this license easily accessible and applicable so that people could use it, and how machines could process this license, the Creative Commons license. Now, after developing the Creative Commons license at the age of 14, Aaron Aaron was taken up by Y Combinator in the first year as a computer science student at Stanford University, and he was taken by this company Y Combinator to develop a tool called Infogami. So Infogami was a tool to improve the communications and information sharing process within an organization, but it wasn't a success. Soon after that, Aaron was shifted and to a core team, and Infogami was merged with a core team which was building Reddit. Aaron was a part of the team who made Reddit. I think it was a 5-person team, and Aaron played a key role in developing Reddit. Reddit later, as we know, it got pretty famous. It was a big hit, and it was taken over by a famous publisher in the United States. And Reddit later got funded as well. And Aaron did not like his role sitting in front of the computer throughout the day. He felt that there was no real work being done in the company, and was thrown out of the company because he never attended his daily job at Reddit. So that was the end of Aaron's corporate life. He understood that his goal was a much bigger goal than just making money through software development. So after leaving Reddit, Aaron just hated the corporate environment, as I shared before, and he wanted to focus on a greater goal of making a difference to the society. Aaron was inspired by Tim Berners-Lee. If you know him, he's the founder of the World Wide Web. When Tim discovered the World Wide Web, he was sitting on the most lucrative inventions of the 20th century. So instead of making money from it, he shared it for free. And that is the reason everyone could build upon the World Wide Web. And that's why we are using the web the way we do it today. So his decision is the main reason why the internet has expanded into such a big global community. Now, Aaron believed in the right to information. So, Aaron believed that information should be available for free to everyone. And inspired by Tim, he started working on his greater cause of making information free and open source and making it available for everyone. I'll just take a quick pause. There are some people who are joining in again on Instagram. Guys, on Instagram, I would request you to come on YouTube, because this stream is not optimized. The resolution is not optimized for Instagram. So I'll take out a few names: Sareen, Sudarshan, Raju. All of you guys would request you to come on YouTube, and Instagram is not the right place. So yeah. So Aaron's main focus was on these scholarly journals. All American universities provide scholarly journals to their students. These universities pay for these journals to certain companies. Now, these journals are basically research papers. This is the research done in science, which is usually funded by the university or is funded through government grants. And ideally, this is taxpayers' money. So Aaron's argument was that since the research is conducted using taxpayers' money, the information should be available for free to these people at least, because they paid the tax and that's how the research came into existence. But why is a corporation making money out of it? So he basically argued that why are few companies making millions of dollars by selling these journals when the research has been free and it has been paid for by the taxpayers' money? That was the big question that he was after. And Aaron went a step ahead. He believed in the cause so much that he took an extreme step, that he plugged his laptop into the MIT network and started copying all the available journals by a company called JSTOR. So this company used to provide these journals to all the students in MIT University, and Aaron plugged his computer there, and then he started copying using a Python script. He started copying all the journals from JSTOR website. Now, JSTOR is just one of such companies, which provides these journals. And JSTOR is not a major player. There are bigger players than JSTOR as well. So JSTOR filed a legal suit against Aaron, and Aaron, this legal suit didn't go for a long time. JSTOR later decided to take the case back if Aaron agrees to return all the documents that he had stolen, and to which both the parties agreed, and JSTOR agreed to take the lawsuit back. But so this should have been the end of everything, but that wasn't. That wasn't the end for Aaron and his problems. During this time, Aaron also published something known as Guerrilla Open Source Manifesto. So you can still go on GitHub and search for this particular manifesto, and this speaks about copyright law and urged that the information should be available for free to all the people, and at least these journals, which are paid by the taxpayers and are funded, this research is funded by taxpayers money, this should be available for free. The federal government in US saw this as a threat, and they sued him under criminal law and being held for committing multiple federal crimes. So when JSTOR stepped back, the feds came in, and Aaron was sued by the federal government. By now he had 13 charges against him. So one guy fighting with the entire government and 13 charges against him, and this could have resulted in a 50-year of imprisonment for Aaron. Now that's the sad part. This guy had no other option, and he committed a suicide. So Aaron died on 11 January 2013, and he was just 26 years old. Now you and me just cannot imagine the pressure that this guy must be under, of 50 years of imprisonment by and being charged by criminal cases by the federal government. Now, if you want more information, it's only the overview that I can share about Aaron's story, because otherwise this stream would go long. So if you want more information, there is a documentary on YouTube, and it's called The Internet's Own Boy. I urge you, you guys must go and watch this particular documentary. It's a fantastic documentary. Now, coming back to FakerJS, so why was it taken out? Like, what was the relation with Aaron Swatz? So, working on an open source project and maintaining an open source project, it's not easy. We developers, we understand it needs time. The maintainer of FakerJS, he stated that he is tired of working for Fortune 500 companies for free. Why Fortune 500 companies? I'm going to come back to that again. But he said that he's tired of working for these Fortune 500 companies for free. So either people should send him a six-figure income contract so that he can continue working on FakerJS, or someone else can fork the project and work on it. So he had no other option, because you don't want to die of hunger as a software developer. So either give him money, or fork the project, and someone who can maintain it should just go ahead and maintain FakerJS. Now, since many NPM, and he took it down from GitHub, since he did not get the contract, so he took it down from GitHub, and since many NPM packages were dependent on FakerJS, all of them broke, and the developer was banned from GitHub and from NPM as well. So this is the live screenshot that you guys are seeing on your screens, which is taken from his Twitter feed. So he actually tweeted that his GitHub account has got suspended, and it contains more than 100 of his projects, right? So how it relates to Aaron Swatz? It basically boils down to the same story. While the real people who work on open source projects remain poor, big corporations make money and take advantage. How big corporations make money? Let's understand that. I'll give you a personal experience, a personal example. While I was working on a project, our team needed a search tool. We needed to build an in-depth search tool, and uh, I suggested that let's use Elasticsearch and to solve this particular problem. Now, most of the people, when they hear Elasticsearch, the server admin got offended. He already was out of budget for our cloud computing money that we were burning on AWS. So he quickly responded and said that Elasticsearch will increase our costs as it's an AWS service. Now you can imagine the tragedy of the situation, that Elasticsearch is actually an open source project. It's AWS which sells it as a service because Elasticsearch was open source. So the source code was available for Amazon to use it for free, and they have been selling it as a service. So the moment I say Elasticsearch, people relate to Elasticsearch as the AWS service and not the open source Elasticsearch project. So I actually had to explain this to my team that, guys, I'm talking about the open source project, and have a look. They are actually two different things. What you're getting at Amazon is just the fork of this project, and they've converted it into a service, and they are selling it to you, right? And since Elasticsearch was open source, it was exploited by Amazon Web Services, and that is the reason. Same goes for MongoDB as well. So AWS would, now it can't. I'll tell you the reason why. But earlier, AWS used to sell hosted MongoDB instances, and MongoDB was open source, and MongoDB couldn't do anything about it. So just keep working for free for big organizations, keep developing open source software, and these guys would sell your open source software as a service to businesses and make money out of it. So MongoDB and Elasticsearch had to change their strategy, and from a completely open source MIT license, they had to come to a server-side public license, which refrains these cloud providers from using their code to make money for free and sell it as a service on cloud. AWS had to adapt to a previous fork of Elasticsearch and then build upon their own code as a service. So now AWS has actually renamed this service from Elasticsearch to Amazon Open Search Service. So they took a previous open source fork of Elasticsearch, then started deploying developers on it, and they build upon the Elasticsearch, and they had to rename Elasticsearch as well. So this is how, we guys have to evolve as a community, as open source developers, that we are not being taken advantage of, working for free for any of our open source projects. So am I telling you to not to contribute to open source? Am I telling you not to do it at all? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just proposing a newer way of thinking, how we can, contribute and still make money, and still, at least make our livelihoods by contributing to these repositories. So whenever you think of contributing to any of the open source project, just think of what are the benefits that you as a developer are getting out of it. Are there any benefits? Like, are you having any monetary gain out of it? Ask these questions to yourself. Are you learning something? Okay, are you supporting a package which can help you make money? Right, so you probably sold a service to one of your clients, and this package really eased your work. It helped you make money. So if that is the case, good, go ahead and contribute to that package. Is your contribution benefiting you or the community as a whole? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then definitely you must go ahead and then you must participate in and contribute to these open source repositories. But if there is no advantage of doing so, then you have to question yourself. Then you have to be in that zone where it's better to code and provide your services as a software developer, and not waste your time as just contributing to any of the open source repositories. And we guys need to unite as a community. We as developers need to unite and look for solutions to problems we face while we work on open source software, and ensure that we thrive as a community. And I also urge people to donate to projects that you use. So if you use certain packages and those packages are looking out for donations, please go ahead and donate and support those developers as well. So that's how, as a community, we can help these developers out. Any of my JavaScript project does not have less than 10 to 15 dependencies, and those 10-15 people are at times looking out for contributions. So go ahead and contribute and just donate. Can be a few dollars on your part, but then that can, please, that can help you, those developers really survive. Okay, Nirnay, I'm just coming to questions. Last two slides left, so I'll be coming back to your questions. All right. So yeah, that's all. I mean, uh, I can support you guys. I can support you guys by answering your questions, which can help you build your career. And that's my way of contributing or giving back to the society, and making a contribution.